A $200 hotel room and a $2,000 hotel room cost roughly the same to construct. The price differential is engineered in 34 seconds inside the lobby before the guest reaches the elevator. The Princeton psychologist who proved why human memory works this way received the Nobel Prize in 2002. He published the rule in 2011 in a book called Thinking Fast and Slow. Inside the Aman Tokyo, on the 33rd floor of the Otemachi Tower on a Tuesday afternoon at 4:17, a man arrives with a single suitcase. A uniformed attendant offers him a glass of champagne on a low lacquer tray. He has not yet told them his name. At this same hour, the same arrival is unfolding inside every Amen, every Ritz, every Four Seasons, every Bulgari across 30 time zones. The lobby is the same. The choreography is identical. The guest with the rumpled suit at the Aman Tokyo is one of roughly 400,000 luxury arrivals on a single Tuesday. He thinks he is alone. A study from the Cornell School of Hotel Administration found that 73% of a guest's entire stay rating is determined within the first 5 minutes. The same study notes that the night of sleep accounts for less than 9%. An Aman suite and a Marriott suite cost roughly the same to physically construct. The Aman commands 10 times the nightly rate. Something is happening in this room. The man who first engineered the 34 seconds called his first hotel Peace, Adrian Zeka, born 1933, Indonesian hotelier of Dutch, Czech, Chinese, and Indonesian descent. In 1988, he opened Aman Puri on the west coast of Phuket. Aman means peace in Sanskrit. Zeka's heresy was removing the reception desk from the lobby. The guest would be received as a private home would receive a friend. No counter, no keyboard, a seated greeting, a single bud vase, a hand-poured tea. No Aman property has ever exceeded 40 rooms. 4 years before Phuket, on Madison Avenue in New York, the boutique hotel was invented. Ian Schrager, the former co-founder of Studio 54, opened Morgan's Hotel at 237 Madison in 1984. Andrei Putman designed the interiors in black and white. Schrager's doctrine was that the lobby was a stage and the guest was the performer. 23 years after Morgan's, a Princeton psychologist gave the practice a vocabulary. Daniel Kahneman, Nobel laureate in economics in 2002, published Thinking Fast and Slow in 2011. Chapter 35 named the Peak End Rule. Human memory of any experience is dominated by the peak emotional moment and the ending, not the average, not the duration. By the time the science was published, the hotel industry had been operating the practice for a generation. Seconds 0 to 5. The threshold. A 200-pound front door is pulled by a uniformed doorman. He has been briefed on the arriving guest's name through a wireless earpiece. He makes eye contact. He uses the name. The proprioceptive load of the heavy door signals to the body that the space behind it is different. Seconds 5 to 12. The scent. The Weston chain commissioned its white tea fragrance from the Anne Gottlieb Laboratory in 2003 and now deploys it across 240 properties. Aman lobbies hold notes of hinoki cypress and yuzu. The Ritz Paris lobby holds neroli. Olfactory information bypasses the cortex entirely and lands in the limbic register. The price is set before vocabulary engages. Seconds 12 to 20. The light. Luxury lobbies lock their lamps at 2,200 to 2,700 Kelvin. Warm amber. Golden hour glow at any hour of the day or night. Clinical studies show measurable cortisol decline within 40 seconds of entry. Seconds 20 to 28. The sound, silence, or the controlled trickle of a single water feature. No music. The most expensive sound in hospitality is the engineered absence of any sound at all. Seconds 28 to 34. The offering. A hand-poured tea, a welcome glass of champagne, a folded oshibori. The peak end rule plants its peak. The room rate becomes irrelevant. None of this is an accident. Daniel Kahneman, Thinking Fast and Slow, 2011, Farrar, Strauss, and Giroux. Chapter 35, Two Selves. The remembering self overwrites the experiencing self. In 1993, Kahneman and Donald Rettelmeyer ran the cold presser experiment at the Toronto General Hospital. Subjects rated longer painful experiences more favorably than shorter ones if the longer experience ended on a milder note. Peak and end. The Cornell School of Hotel Administration applied the same architecture to the lobby and found that 73% of overall stay rating locks within the first 5 minutes. Aman Resorts now runs occupancy at 70 to 90% at average daily rates of $1,500 to $3,500. The Weston White Tea fragrance has been tested for brand recall against Coca-Cola and finished within 4 points. Then the paradox arrived. The $200 room and the $2,000 room cost roughly the same to physically construct. The same square footage, the same fixtures, the same linen weight. The price differential is engineered almost entirely inside the lobby, inside 34 seconds, through a sensory choreography no guest is told about. The guest is not paying for the night of sleep. The guest is paying for the memory of the arrival. Ian Schrager told the New York Times in 2018 that the lobby was the most important room in the hotel. Adrian Zecha never placed a reception desk inside an Aman property for 38 years. The Ritz Paris, when it reopened in 2016 after a €400 million renovation, cited Kahneman's research by name in the press dossier. The lobby is not a room, it is a memory factory. The Aman Tokyo lobby, 2,400 Kelvin, the water feature, the Hinoki cypress, the engineered silence. The man with the rumpled suit is still standing where the doorman left him. The welcome glass of champagne is still in his hand. He believes the glass was a courtesy. The glass was the peak. The peak set the price. Adrian Zecha is 93. Daniel Kahneman died in March 2024. The lobby still runs the program. The guest does not know what the room costs to build. The lobby knows.